Today we're going to be opening up the newest Pokemon TCG set, Silver Tempest. We're going to open up some build and battle boxes in search of one of the 4 promo cards that you can only get in the build and battle box, as well as several packs in search of the Lugia V alternate art, the Regidrago V alternate art, as well as several playable cards that you can get in the Silver Tempest set, including Serena. I hope you guys have a wonderful pre-release. I hope you guys are doing well, and I want you guys to know that you are loved. Let's go see what we can find in Silver Tempest. Alrighty guys, here we go. We have 2 build and battle boxes and 6 extra packs from a booster box, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So what we're gonna be looking for in these build and battle boxes are going to be a Rapidash, Sunflora, a Curlia, or an Archeops. And they are gonna be alternate art, so they're gonna have different arts. It's gonna be pretty cool. And what we are searching for personally, I am searching for is an Archeops. Archeops pre-release stamp, and mainly because if I end up playing it, I love playing it with the pre-release stamp. And let's go ahead and check out what it is, and there we go. Yes sir, we got the Archeops with the alternate art and the Silver Tempest little logo there, and that is super cool because that's exactly what I was wanting. But has the ability Primal Turbo. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. So this card right here, you can get out with Lugia V-Star with its ability. It allows you to take 2 colorless Pokemon from your discard pile, and I think it says stage 2 or maybe just 2 colorless Pokemon. I'm not really sure, but you can put 2 of these straight onto your bench and then start getting special energy straight out of the deck, slapping them on your Pokemon in any way you like, and just start going to town. So we got this, and then we have our little booklet here. We're not going to look at that. And we got 4 more packs. But before we get into the packs, we're going to go ahead and check out the entire deck, because you know your boy is going to open this. All right. I said your boy, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right. So we got Archeops. So we already talked about that, and now we're going to go ahead and check out what is in the build and battle box. So you're going to be watching this probably early Saturday morning. So hopefully if you're having a pre-release this Saturday or Sunday, or maybe even the next week, you can kind of be prepared and kind of know what you're looking for. So we have electric energy here in this pre-release kit. We got some Rotoms. Okay, for 3 energy, we can hit for 80. We got a Zeraora with the Battle Claw, 30 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, this Pokemon does 30 more damage. So not bad for a basic and a single energy. We got an unidentified fossil. So this is what you regularly would use for the Archeops to evolve it up. So we got the unidentified fossil. We have the Archon, which is, look how pretty the Archon is. Look how party and festive he looks. Oh my goodness. So we got Archon, which evolves from the unidentified fossil, and then we also have a little play set of Archeops. Then we got into our supporters. We got Fury-Sided Girl. This is a new one. We got search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. You may switch that Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So you can use this to search out for a Diancie if you're trying to get a Diancie in the active position. Diancie has that ability where if you have basics on the bench, it is immune to being gusted up, or like if a supporter is used to bring it to the active so it can be taken out, Fury-Sided or Diancie would be able to do that. But that is Fury-Sided Girl. Then we got Lucky Energies. We got Treasure Energies. Those came out in Evolving Skies. So we got Sunkern, Julio. We got Sunflora with the Bright Beam. Attack for 2 colorless, hits for 10 plus. This you may discard up to 3 energy cards from your hand. This attack does 70 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. So in a pre-release, I would say this is a pretty good card, especially to take out some higher HP Pokemon. And also, I think this would be a pretty fun little gimmick deck, just to play around on the ladder if you feel like being feisty with flowers. We got a Clara, a Gloria. Nice. We got an Escape Rope. I'm always loving these little pre-release decks that give you just extra supporter cards. Draw 3 cards. We have Wallace. Draw 3 cards. Your opponent may draw a card if they do draw 1 more card. So So this can be used if you're trying to deck out your opponent. Other than that, there's not a whole lot of use for Wallace in most decks. We got a Raihan, Cynthia, and a V-Star marker. Interesting. Why would they give you a V-Star marker in this? There's no reason. There's no reason. All right, let's go ahead and get into the packs. So on the next build and battle box, we're not necessarily going to go into it like that. All right, so we got another V-Star marker to start off with. So we have a Clang. Oh, that reminds me, we have a cool Clink Clang that's going to be coming out in this set as well. But we have a Lance. Search your deck for up to 3 Dragon Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Not really the greatest supporter. We got Toxapex, super colorful card. We got Togedemaru, which is featured in one of those cool decks that Pokemon will have some baby Pokemon. These are baby Pokemon where they kind of print to go together. So we have Togedash for 1 electric energy. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. If this Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent can take any prize cards for it. So I believe Togedemaru, we'll see some here in a second, hopefully. But Togedemaru is going to be your first Pokemon that you attack with in this chain. And then hopefully later, so like right here. So we have Togedemaru. I think the next one is Dedenne that we'll have to see that goes into the next. But Pikachu for 1 lightning energy, Pika Strike. If one of your Dedenne used Dede short during your last turn, this attack does 180 more damage. It's crazy, ain't it? It's going to hit for 200 damage if you do this correctly. And we have Growlithe. We got a Clink. Another Clink. Did we get 2 Clinks? No, we got a Clang. We got a Clink Clang. We got a Misdrevious and a sweet. We got a really cool item. One of the new cool items coming from the new set Silver Tempest. And we have the Earthen Seal Stone. So they printed out 2 tool cards that give you V-Star powers. And this V-Star power is Star Gravity for 3 colorless energy. Put damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon V until its remaining HP is 100. So that is pretty cool. It's like, if you guys remember Rapidash. Rapidash for 2 colorless energy, put 1 Pokemon down to 100, but Earthen Seal Stone puts all of your opponent's Pokemon down to 100. So you can just, pull off an Earthen Seal Stone and then just go to town on the rest of them. Maybe, hopefully. I'd like to see that card work. And I think some people think it's going to work in, whatchamacallit, Urshifu. We got Metang. Oh yeah, we got a new Metagross in this set. And I'm hoping that we pull that one because I'm a big fan of Metagross. Metagross is my favorite Pokemon. We got a Reverse Hollow Worker. This might see some play. We have draw 3 cards, discard a stadium in play. So I know there's a lot of stadiums being in use right now that just block other decks, and just combining a discard a stadium in play with a draw engine works really well. We have a Worker and we got a Keldeo. And this one right here, I believe, is also one of those decks that were printed along with a couple other cards. So we got Keldeo, has 4 as 1 for 1 water, 2 colorless. If Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion are on your bench, this attack does 170 more damage. So you're going to be doing 220 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. All right, we got 2 more packs to go out of this battle box. I'm hoping we get something out of these battle boxes. I always get a little disappointed when we don't get nothing out of the build and battle boxes. So we got Meowstic, Inviting Ears. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 support cards, reveal them, put them into your hand. So kind of cool for a stage 1. We got Meowstic. We got an Anorith, another fossil Pokemon. Krokorok. We got Elgium, Fungus, Sandygast, the Sandcastle. We got Relicanth. I remember catching this in Pokemon Ruby and just being like, wow, I discovered this. Just like I discovered the Regis for the first time. And we have a Zygarde in dog form. Zygarde in dog form. I find it interesting that Zygarde has so many different forms and one of them is the dog form. All right. Yo, last pack in this build and battle box. We got Lightning Energy, Anorith, another Krokorok, another Clang, another Stunfisk, Togedemaru. Togedemaru to ya. We got Esper, Smeargle, always smearing his paint around. We got Litten, Marini, and an Incineroar. It's the last pack out of that build and battle box. That was kind of a bad build and battle box, but we have Incineroar with the secret attack. Choose an attack from one of your Pokemon's previous evolutions and use it as this attack. So this has kind of some cool synergy with its previous evolutions. We got Flare Shot for 2 fire energy, hits 180, but you have to discard all the energy. But there's some cool little things you can do with that little deck, but we got one more build and battle box left. We'll see if we get double Archeop promos. That would be sweet. And let's do yeah, buddy. We got the double Archeops promo. That is awesome. So we'll go ahead and stick that right there. And then we got 4 more packs out of this build battle box. And then we'll hit the ones with the boosters out of the booster box. So I had a friend that he tried to sniff out the hits out of the ones in the booster box. So he gave him a good little smell, little kind of like a little feel around on there. And he told me the 3 packs that were the 2 packs guaranteed hits. Oh yeah, we got Candace here. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of water Pokemon and water cards or water energy cards you find there and put them into your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So I believe that's kind of a pretty cool card. We got Glalie, Meowstic, but yeah, he has he told me which packs have the hits and which packs do not, and I'll let you know if he was right. So we got Noibat. Hey, there we go. We got our first Radiant of the Silver Tempest set, and I know there's something behind this, but we have the Elegant Heal ability. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. So we might see this in play. We might not. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people playing it too much, but it's a pretty cool card anyhow. And then it has Aroma Shot attack for 90. This Pokemon recovers from all special conditions. So I don't believe there's going to be a whole lot of special conditions done to this with only 140 HP, but it's a pretty cool card. And then behind that we have a Lugia V full art. What a beautiful card. I'm a big fan of good full arts, and I think they did a great job on this Lugia V full art. That's a good card. I like this. I like this card. I want to keep saying it. But that is beautiful. I love that. I remember seeing Lugia for the first time, and I believe it was Pokemon the Movie 2000. And I was just like awestruck. I was awestruck. Hey, I spy a Whelmer. I spy a Whelmer for my Water GLC deck. We got Duision, Regenerative Energy. I don't think this is a great card. Whenever you play a Pokemon from your hand to evolve the Pokemon V this card is attached to, heal 100 damage from that Pokemon. Don't think that's too great of a card, but it was a nice try. Hey, and here we go. We have our first Serena. So this card is potential. Just get rid of boss. You use Serena. All right. So we have a duo supporter. So you get to choose one. Discard up to 3 cards from your hand. You must discard at least 1. If you do, draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. So this allows you to draw until you have 5 cards in your hand, but it also kind of thins out your hand and also thins out the deck in a way, kind of gets you out of situations if you need to draw. But also it allows you to gust up your opponent's Pokemon V with switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon V with their active Pokemon. So it's basically a Pokemon V boss or draw, which is going to be really cool. And in most decks, it's probably going to be replacing boss, which is going to make some, stage 1, stage 2 decks a lot more powerful, hopefully. Then we got the Whelmer. There it is. Whelmer is going to be a beefy Whelmer to put in the GLC deck. Just a beefy 110. I believe that's the good Whelmer, or maybe I think it's 110 is the good Whelmer, the new one. But yeah, definitely gonna put this in my GLC deck. It looks beautiful. I love how happy he looks. We got a sweet looking Murkrow. We got a Molga. Metatite, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. We got Durant, a Fletchinder reverse, and a Riunkililis. Alright, 2 more packs out of this build and battle box. This build and battle box was already 100% better than the previous build and battle box. I'll let you guys decide that though. In my opinion, this one is the better one. Alright, we have a Water Energy. Yes, another Serena. We got an Emergency Jelly. I think this is kind of a cool card. It reminds me of the Citrus Berry off of the VGC, the video game. At the end of each turn, if the Pokemon this card is attached to has 30 HP or less remaining and has any damage counters on it, heal 120 damage from it. If you healed any damage in this way, discard this card. So it's kind of cool. I like it. It's not going to be that great. I just think it's an interesting card. We got Beheeyem, Dratini, Chinchou. We are looking still for that Metagross, and Metagross is going to be probably one of the rares. Hey, we got a Jinx. Jinx is one of the weirdest Pokemon ever printed, but it's a character rare nonetheless. And I'm a big fan of character rares. I'm just going to have to say that. We got Ability Selfish Lips. What did I tell you about that? If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent, if this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon V, your opponent can't take any prize cards for it. So if a V Pokemon takes this guy out, you can't take any prizes. But for 2 colorless Psychic Assault 10+, this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. You kind of want to have some Pokemon that can do some damage or put damage counters out if you want to pair this with Jinx. And I think this definitely could be paired with a Lost Box engine. If I had to make any wild guesses, you could probably pair this with a Lost Box, put some damage counters out with Sableye, and just use this to not get any prizes taken. So we got Jinx not alt. And then we got a Superior V, not my favorite starter, and I don't think it's going to be that great of a deck. I really don't think it's going to be that great of a deck. But nonetheless, we have 1 more pack in this build and battle box, and then we have 6 packs straight out of the booster box. All right, here we go. We got a Metal Energy, Honchkrow, a Hypno always with the cool cards. We got a V-Guard Energy. So V-Guard Energy is going to be good for the meta right here. This Pokemon, the Pokemon this card is attached to, take 30 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon V. So this is going to make it harder for most Pokemon V to be able to get, you know, their big attacks off. So like Giratina, it's 280 perfect onto any Pokemon V-Star. But if they have a V-Guard Energy, they're not going to be able to hit that 280 perfect unless they have a Choice Belt, which I've already kind of started using my Giratina deck with a Choice Belt just to see how it acts. And it's not too bad, but V-Guard Energy is still going to be a great card for a lot of decks. We got Vulpix, Drowsy, just sleeping up a storm, man. He's just sleeping up a storm. Growlithe, I don't even know if I spoke right there. We got a Reverse Holo Pikachu, looks cool. And then a Verizon Wireless. All right, so we got 6 packs straight from the booster. All right, 6 packs straight from the booster. So we are going to see if my buddy was correct in telling me which one had hits and which one didn't. All right, so pack number 1 from the booster box, we have Water Energy. We got a Venomoth, a Lantern. We got Brandon. You can only use this card if this is the last card in your hand. Draw a card for each benched Pokemon. So this is kind of like Chorus, the old Draw Chorus. And Chorus let you draw pretty much exactly what this says. Draw a card for each benched Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. We got some more Sandcastle action. Relicanth, Hawlucha, Rufflet. We got a Pompous Vulpix. Is that the correct term? We got Candace, reverse holo, and we got a Skuntank V. Skuntank V. The skunk. The skunk got a alt art, if you guys didn't know. I don't want to pull it, but if we do, I'll still be excited because it's an alt art, man. Let me know, guys, if you've enjoyed the video so far, and what was your favorite card? Hey, we got Primordial Altar. I think I said that correctly. Once during each player's turn, that player may look at the top card of their deck. They may discard that card. So this is just a good stadium. If you want to just throw a stadium into the deck to get rid of your opponent's stadium, just kind of bump their stadium, you can use a Primordial Altar just to kind of, thin the deck. So you can take a look at the top card. If you don't like it, you can put it in the discard pile and not have to worry about drawing that next turn. We got Smeargle, Litten, Little Petal, Chinchou. I love Chinchou. We got Ferroseed. I am holding. Hey, nice. We got the, not reverse holo. We got the character rare Malamar. With the Rapid Strike Tentacles attack, 40 damage per Rapid Strike energy card in your hand. Shuffle them back into your deck. And at one point, this was a great deck. Now, I wish it was still a pretty good deck because this card is sick. And it makes me want to play Malamar again. So we got Malamar and a Victini. So sweet. We got a character rare Malamar. Grass Energy. Steel Energy. Does that mean we're going to get the Metagross? Alright, so now we got the Morpeko. For 1 lightning energy, we have Pico Blaster. Or Pico Blaster. However you want to. Morpeko. You can use this attack only if one of your Dedenne used Dede Short during your last turn. This attack does 60 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. For 1 lightning energy, but you still have to get the whole chain off. Hey, there we go. We got the other GLC deck that I will be putting, or GLC card that we're going to be putting into the GLC deck. Gym Leader Challenge. It is a cool format to play. If you're interested, just go to gymleaderchallenge.com. We have Wailord for 200 HP. It has jumbo size. This attack takes 30 less damage from attacks. So it's already tanky for GLC. It's even tankier with the jumbo sized ability. Then we have Special Wave for 3 Water 1 colors. Hits for 120. If this Pokemon has any special energy attached to this, does 120 more damage. So you can play a Wash Energy, a Splash Energy, or any other special energies to put onto this Wailord, so you can hit for Special Wave and hit for 220 damage. I'm going to go ahead and put that there because I'm glad I pulled it. So we have the new Raichu with the Ambushing Spark. If your opponent has used their V-Star power during this game, this attack does 100 more damage. I believe the one in the last set, Lost Origins, hit for more if you used your own. Hey, look at that sleeping Feebas. It's so small and frail. We got Snorunt, Sandile, Fennekin, Anorith, and a Hisuian Lilligant. Man, I didn't realize how big this set was either. I thought the last set was huge. This is 195. 195 cards in this set. We got Psychic Energy, Meowstic, Kirlia. Kirlia is a pretty good card as well. I'll go over that right quick. We got Refinement ability. You must discard a card from your hand. In order to use this ability once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. So it's just a really good draw engine for any of those decks that want to play the Glade or Gardevoir. We got Gym Trainer. We got Krogunk, Soloisis. Man, those names are so hard to pronounce. We got Zubat, Elgyem, Fungus, Fletchling, and a Zygarde Pupperdog. Zygarde Pupperdog. 2 more packs left. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. Go ahead, cross your fingers for the next few packs, and we might just get some hits. We might just get some hits if you cross your fingers hard enough, and maybe just smash that like button. Maybe smash the subscriptions. All right, we have a Dedenne here. It's going to be the last one with the Togedemaru, Morpeko, Pikachu, all that line. But we have for 1 lightning energy, Dede Short, hits for 60. You can use this attack only if one of your Togedemaru used Togedemash. During your last turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. We got the Quad Stone, one of the worst cards ever printed, because you have to have 4 of them in your hand. You have to have all 4 of these cards in your hand to be able to use the big part of this card, but it does have an option if you only use 1. If you use one of these cards, heal 10 damage from your active Pokemon. Not too helpful whatsoever, but if you use 4 cards, if you used 4 cards, heal all damage from each of your opponent's Pokemon. I mean, not your opponent's Pokemon, from each of your Pokemon. All damage. This effect works only 1 time for 4 cards. We got Capturing Aroma. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If tails, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. We got Pikachu, Ponyta, Venonat, Dewpider, Spinda, Sweet Beans. I got the Reverse Holo Wailord. Glad about that. And a Rapidash. I wish it was Galarian Rapidash. Galarian Rapidash is also, it's like pretty much tied, or Galarian Ponyta and Rapidash is like tied for my favorite Pokemon, right next to Metagross. And I never thought anything would beat Metagross as my favorite. Alright. Last pack magic, guys. Last pack magic. As I've heard before, the star marker. We got Braxton, Behemoth, Golbat, Chimical, Phoebus, Finnegan, Spinarak, Beldum, Quadstone Reverse Holo, and then we have a Milotic to end it. If you guys enjoyed that opening, you're going to enjoy this one as well. We open more Pokemon cards.